For 15 years, Mark stood by his wife Jenna. They weren't rich, but they had built a steady life together. Late nights, eating cheap takeout, laughing over bills they could barely pay, and promising that one day luck would find them. Mark never doubted her. He worked long hours fixing cars while she chased every contest, raffle, and lottery ticket she could get her hands on. Then, one day, lightning struck. Jenna bought a ticket on a whim and won $20 million. Overnight, their modest lives were transformed. Cameras flashed, neighbors congratulated them, and Jenna basked in the spotlight. Mark thought it was their dream come true. But soon, cracks began to show. Jenna changed. She stopped coming home at night, traded their family car for a sports car, and filled her closet with designer labels. Mark, meanwhile, still showed up at his garage every morning, grease under his nails, trying to pretend nothing had shifted. Then came the bombshell. One evening, Jenna sat across from him, a smirk playing on her lips. "Mark, I've filed for divorce." He froze. "Divorce? Jenna, after everything? After all these years?" She laughed, sipping champagne. "Don't look so shocked. You didn't really think I was going to stay with a broke mechanic when I can have anyone I want, did you?" Her words cut like knives. Still, Mark tried to reason with her. "We've built a life together. That money, we won it as a team." But Jenna just laughed harder. "I won it. And after the divorce, you'll walk away with nothing. Watch me." Weeks later, they sat in court. Jenna wore diamonds that glittered under the lights. Mark wore the same worn-out suit he had for years. As she signed the divorce papers, she leaned toward him and whispered, loud enough for others to hear, "Goodbye, loser." Then she laughed, tossing her hair like a queen dismissing a servant. The room tensed. Everyone knew the money was hers. Mark, people thought, was about to walk away humiliated and broke. But then, the judge cleared his throat. "Mrs. Taylor," he said, "you claim this money is solely yours. However, the court has reviewed the timeline. The winning ticket was purchased during your marriage. In the eyes of the law, that makes the lottery winnings marital property." The color drained from Jenna's face. The judge continued, "Therefore, Mr. Taylor is legally entitled to half of the $20 million. Gasps echoed through the courtroom. Jenna's diamond-covered hands trembled as she tried to speak, but the judge raised a hand to silence her. Mark sat still, his expression unreadable. Inside, his heart pounded. 15 years of loyalty, sacrifice, and quiet endurance, finally, it meant something. $10 million, the judge declared, will be awarded to Mr. Taylor. Jenna's jaw dropped. She looked around desperately as if someone would object, but no one did. Her laughter had vanished. In its place was stunned silence. Mark didn't gloat. He didn't smirk. He simply signed his side of the papers, stood, and walked out with dignity. The sound of his shoes echoed down the hallway, stronger than any words he could have said. Outside, reporters swarmed him. "How does it feel to win half the fortune?" one asked. Mark gave a small smile. "It was never about the money. It was about respect. And today, respect was served." Meanwhile, inside the courtroom, Jenna sat frozen. The woman who thought she had it all, the money, the freedom, the power, realized too late that greed had cost her the very thing she thought she was stealing: control. Mark left the courthouse a free man, 10 million richer, and with his head held high. Jenna? She was left with nothing but her laughter, echoing hollowly in her own ears. Because sometimes, the sweetest justice isn't revenge. It's watching arrogance collapse under its own weight.